Hi guys, so this is the final lesson I'm going to give you, and this time we're going to be learning about loops. So we're going back to our example with the multiple smiley faces, but we're not going to be messing with movement because it's a little bit advanced, and I'll cover that in the more advanced course. So currently we have 3. 3 is a lot, but what if we want to have like 20 or 15? We'd have to do smiley face like this a bunch of times, and that would be kind of annoying. So we can do that actually even faster. We can, instead of having to copy and paste it every single time and change the value manually, we can do it with something called a loop. So there are actually 2 types of loops. There's a for loop and a while loop, but we're only going to learn about the for loop for now, and the while loop I will cover in a more advanced course. So how do you do a for loop? So when you do a for loop, you go for, and then you do int. You need to set up something called an iterator. So int I equals 0, and then you do semicolon, and then you do something called the condition, which is I less than, let's just do 20. And then we are going to go I plus plus like this. What does this do? So it sets the value, it creates a variable I, and then it says do whatever is inside here forever until I is less than 20. And then every time you do it, I want you to increase I by 1. So for example, we can do print, let's print out I like this. And let's do print line like this. So as you can see here, I starts at 0 and at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way got to 19 because I is less than 20. And that's when it stopped. So we can use this concept to mess with smiley faces. Let's copy and C, copy smiley face, Control V like this. We can now do is we can start at 0, 0, and let's do plus I like this. Right. Plus I plus I. Actually, no, we'll just do I. That'll be simpler. Then we're just going to get rid of these for now. Let's run it, and boom. We get a bunch of I. We get a bunch of smiley faces, but the thing is they're all stacked on top of each other. We don't want that. What we can do is actually we'll just multiply this value here by, let's say, 1 by 100. This. Sorry, let's multiply the value. Sorry, by 200, like this, boom, and then we'll run it. And then we get a bunch of smiley faces. However, we have a little bit of an issue. The smiley faces are going off the screen because it's going off the screen because we're kind of giving it values that are too high. And so what if we just made it go down by rows? So let's see. So let's do, I think about, as you can see, I think 4 fit in a row. So let's set I is less than 4, like that, and let's do that instead. Yeah, we're only going to get 4 this time. And how about this time we're not going to touch the y value. We're only going to mess with the x. So we get 4 in a row. But we want more than that. We want more and more and more. We want 4 by 4 by 4 by 4. We want rows and rows. You want multiple rows, you want multiple columns. What you can actually do is, like a if statement, you can do a nested for loop. So we can go for, and then let's do int j equals 0. Let's do j is less than 4, j plus plus, wow. Let's just make this format look nice. Like this. So now if we run it, it's going to happen 16 times, but they're all overlapping. So what we can do here is we'll just do j times 200, and we can run it. And now we have an entire wall of smiley faces. So that's fun. What do we do with this information? Well, we can do a lot of things with this. We can apply this to add, to have multiple shapes and objects. We can do loops. We can create fun patterns with it, and we can move multiple things at once. The same logic can be used to move. We could use the same logic to move all of these at once, or create a bunch of random shapes. So this, I will cover all of that in the next more advanced class. But for now, I've given you all the tools you need, all the basic programming skills you need, and the rest now is really up to you to experiment. I will be making a second course, a more advanced course, and instead of going step-by-step explanation, what we'll actually be doing is we'll learn how to make a game. It's a relatively complex game, but it will allow us to go through a lot of much more advanced topics. So if you enjoyed this and you still want to learn more, watch out for my next set of videos where I explain how to, where we go through a step-by-step of how to make a particular game. So thanks so much, guys, for watching. This is the last module of this set, of this course. I hope you guys learned a ton, and if you have any questions, then you can always feel free to reach out. Bye, guys.